Right, I'm pushing on in age, can't lie, and I'm becoming more and more concerned about staying mobile. So here is a nice mobility flow that I like to do every morning, and I've really found this really loosening up my hips, which I feel is one area that starts to get really tight as we get older. And it's also the area that if you focus on, it just makes you feel more limber and looser, younger. So give this a go, all right? So all you need is a band, towel, do the same thing. And kettlebell is optional. You can just use your hand as well. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do, this is called, I call it a cat cow or cat camel. I don't know what it's called. Just look, you can just see for yourself. So what you're going to do is get into that crawling position, and then as you breathe in, you're going to round your upper back, and then as you breathe out, you're going to squeeze your shoulder blades together. Okay, you breathe in and out, and you're going to perform this for 8 reps. Okay. When we're finished with that, we are going to lie back on the ground. So as you can see here, we're focusing kind of on our thoracic spine region, just trying to loosen that area. This is really good for people who sit at a desk all day, okay? So if you do this every morning or every evening before you go to sleep, it's really, really useful. So here what we're going to do, very simple, we're going to get our lower back into the floor, and then what we're going to do as we breathe out, we're just going to push the kettlebell towards the ceiling, all right? Now you can do this without a kettlebell, just push your hands toward the ceiling. You breathe in, and you breathe out. And again, you do that 8 times. The next one is, I like this one, it's rocking. It's very simple to do. See, literally just catch your knees, okay? I'm just gonna rock, all right? A good analogy here is you're trying to smooth out your lower back, all right? Against the floor, you're smoothing out your lower back. We're gonna do this about 8 times. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna come onto our left shoulder, okay? Then we're gonna come onto our right shoulder. Come onto our left shoulder, again, let's say 5 times each side. And then again, just at the very end, you're just going to come up onto that lower back area and really smooth it out, okay? Next thing we're going to do, we're going to grab our kettlebell again. Again, you don't have to have a kettlebell, you can just use your hand. I just like the kettlebell because I find it's like it creates kind of an off balance. So from here, what we're going to do is we're going to flatten our back to the floor again. And as we're going to bring our knee in towards our chest, and then we're going to breathe out. And that's going to lower the rib cage. I'm going to bring the knee back in and breathe out. And again, the most important thing here is that you keep reaching up and you keep your lower back into the floor. So we're going to do about 5 of them. Then we're going to do straight leg. All right, 5 of these. 1, 2. All right, you do 5 of them. And again, I'm just going to show you one side, but if you're doing this at home, you obviously do it on both sides. All right, the next thing we're going to do is, so this is a nice one. I did this in class this morning. They loved it. So what we're going to do is we're going to keep holding the kettlebell with the right hand. We're going to bring our right knee over our left leg, and we're going to keep that into the floor with our left hand. And then on every breath, you're going to think about pushing that knee forward. So while reaching up and keeping your eyes and gaze on that kettlebell. Go again. All right, and we'll go again. All right, that's a lovely little hip stretch there. Next one we're going to do, okay, this is a nice little one as well. So I'll just turn to the camera this time. So I'm on my right side here, okay. I'm going to bring my left leg and I'm going to bring this forward, okay. I'm going to hold my left leg down with my right hand. I'm going to grab my right leg with my left hand, okay. See there I am here, it's called a bretzel. And then I'm going to breathe out, and as I breathe out, I'm going to try and touch my left shoulder off the floor. All right, so come back in. Come back in. And again, we do that on each side, okay? The last thing we're going to do is we're going to grab a band or a towel, we'll do the same thing. And what we're going to do is we're going to get both legs up like this. And we're going to wrap the band around one leg. So in this case, I'm going to wrap it around my right leg, okay? From there, what I like to do is point your toes towards you and think about flexing your quad muscle, all right? So if you flex there, you feel an insane stretch here in the hamstrings, right? Loads of people are going to have different flexibility. So if you're back here, that's okay. You work with what you have, all right? Then from there, we're going to drop the left leg to the floor. And again, as we drop it, we're going to breathe out and come back in. Now the big thing here is that you keep your back nice and flat to the floor. And if your back comes off the floor, we'll say, if you only get as far as here and your back comes off the floor, you bring your leg back in, all right? But the idea is to keep working at it until you can get the whole way to the floor. And you come back in. And you do 6 to 8 reps on one side, and then you change sides and do 6 to 8 reps on the other side. All right, so it's a lovely little mobility flow that you can perform in the morning when you wake up. You can perform it as part of your warm-up routine in the gym, or a really nice time to perform it is just before you go to bed, as it's a nice little stretch routine. It relaxes you, and it should aid you to sleeping better. All right, save this, give it a go, and let me know how you get on. Chat to you soon.